Start with Quin, center on the offense that has been really successful so far this year. I guess tell me about that and what's been working other than everything.
We've been running the ball pretty well. We have great skill players, great linemen stepping up. We've had a few injuries now from last game, but I mean, just ground and pound.
I know you had some injury issues last year. What's it mean for you just to be out there? I mean, obviously we're just 3 games in, but being out there and healthy here through 3 games.
It's great. I'm glad to be out here. It's just a lot of fun.
And 3rd year in the system, which is sometimes can be difficult. It is a system, it's a scheme here with Coach Faust. I guess tell me about the familiarity with that.
Very similar over the last 3-4 years. Starting with sophomore year, we had certain plays that we don't have anymore, but every year we change it up a little bit. But I like it. It's good.
Talk about the rest of your offensive line mates and names and what how well they've been playing.
We got left tackle Kyle Griffin. He's senior. He's great. He's doing an awesome job this year. We have 2 guards, Caleb Sanders and Cody Sorensen, that are sophomores actually, and they're big burly guys. They're doing well. You got John Stavis, who got hurt last game, so we don't really know how he's going to do next game. But we got Nate Serrano or Wyatt Gross going to step up, perform pretty well.
For you being one of the seniors on the line, tell me about your role there and what you do other than just going out and playing.
Basically babysit the sophomores. I make sure they stay in line, make sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, they're right next to you, so I mean, you've ever had situations where you go to the line, they're like, "What the heck am I supposed to do here?"
Yeah, occasionally during the game they ask questions, which is good because they should know what they're doing before the play. But I mean, they've been doing really well.
Well, 3-0. I mean, couldn't have asked for anything better, and especially the way you've done it. I guess. What are you feeling here going forward?
I'm feeling good. We're taking this season 1 week at a time. Being 1-0,
Moving over here to Carter, I know you played a lot of different positions throughout your career. Tell me about all of the different positions you've played for Glenwood.
Oh, well, freshman year they tried me at quarterback, and I played linebacker mainly. And then, sophomore year I played primarily linebacker. Just that's all I played. And then, they tried me at quarterback again my junior year. It didn't really work out, but I continued to play linebacker, and then I transferred to slot. Oh, well. Yeah, I played a little wideout and then I played a little slot, and I ended up sticking with slot. And then senior year, I'm sticking with slot and linebacker.
So you moved all over the place. You pretty well know this offense from a lot of different scenarios. I guess. Can you talk about the familiarity in the dynamic in that way?
Oh yeah, I mean it helps to know what every person's doing. Like if I know what the quarterback's doing, I know where he's going to be and whatnot, and it really helps to get yourself open on routes or help you with blocking and whatnot, like where the quarterback's going to be and everything else.
3-0 this year. I think you were 1-2 at this point last year, or 2-1, 1-2. 1-2. So I mean, what has been? Can you put your finger on anything that's been different, or just everything been different?
Just everybody's buying in. We have a core group of guys, and the whole team is just buying into the process, and being 1-0 every week, and just like everybody's playing for the common purpose, and and that's just the biggest things with most teams is that you need to have a core group of 22 guys that that are just going hard every week.
Tell me about the defensive side for you. I think you're the leading tackler at this point. What's been going right for you there?
We just have pursuit to the ball, good pursuit to the ball. Even if it's away from us, 10 yards away from us, you got people running down the ball, and that helps get in there, getting those tackle assists and whatnot, and just putting me in places coaches putting me in places to make plays. And like last game, I was playing free safety, which is a little bit out of my zone, but just put me in the place to play football and did good.
I know you probably expected, and your goal was to be 3-0, but did you ever expect that you would do it the way you did it? I mean, just dominant fashion.
Oh, well, this summer we did a 7-on-7 thing with LC, St. Albert, and AHST, and all 3 of those teams are having pretty good success, and I think that really attributes to what our offense has done. I mean, our line has put in the work too. They put in a lot of hours this summer, and we also put in a ton of hours this summer perfecting our offense with passes and run game and everything else, and I think that's really helped us.
And doing it the way that you've done it, as I mentioned, dominating the 3 teams that you've played, I guess, does this readjust your goals at all, or are they still the same, and what are those, I guess?
No, our goals is going to be to stay the same all year long, and just be 1-0 each week, get past, stay humble and hungry, don't look past any opponent, and don't sell yourself short either. I mean, you know, we know what we've accomplished is great, but, you know, come fired and ready to play the next week.
I can tell this is Coach Faust's team. One of his favorite things to say is be 1-0. So, guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. You're 3-0. Obviously, a lot has gone right. If you could put maybe your finger on a couple of things that have gone really, really well, what are they?
Well, I think overall, just compared to last year, I think our team is just better or more talented, but and deeper. But they're just the discipline, the team discipline, the buy-in that the kids have had. They have fun, but it's the right kind of fun, and our theme has been to earn the right to succeed this year, and I think that they've bought into that, and I'm happy to see the success come from as a result of it.
I just talked with two guys that have started 3 years for you too. So you have a few other guys like. I mean, experience is a big deal too.
Yeah, we played a lot of guys last year. A lot of sophomores and juniors started last year, and so it's nice to have those guys back, especially at some key positions like middle linebacker. John Stavis is back, and Colton Wilwarding at quarterback. It's hard to play varsity football as a sophomore, and especially in those kind of positions, but I could go down the line. Jake Clark was another sophomore last year that started, and he's just done a phenomenal job for us at linebacker along with VonEssen and Stavis. Cole Loffelbein started last year as a sophomore, and he's come back bigger, faster, stronger. Mitch Stanley's played really well for us on the D-line. Caleb Sanders, a sophomore, has done a nice job on the D-line for us. I don't want to just talk about our defense, but our defense, I think, hasn't been a surprise, but I think that's probably people that watch us would say, wow, that defense, very physical up front. We've done a nice job stopping the run, and in the back end, Bloom and Radcliffe done a nice job at the safety positions, and then McFarland and Bertini done a really nice job at corner. We put a lot of pressure on those guys. So defensively, we're really happy. Offensively, we've done some nice things too, but I think we're just figuring out how good we can be on offense.
You mentioned Stavis. How's he doing? I heard did he get hurt in the last game?
Yeah, I rolled an ankle basically. I think he's pretty hopeful to be back on Friday. So he's a tough kid. I know he'll play if he can, and he makes us better. But if he can't, like I said, the good thing for us this year, we've got some good depth. So next guy will step in and get the job done.
Got to talk about the offensive line. Quin Baker at center, and then he just told me two sophomores right next to him. What's the luxury there of having a 3-year starter in the middle of the line with trying to work those young guys in?
Yeah, Quin does an awesome job. He's bought in. He's put the time in the weight room. Obviously very talented too to be able to play as a sophomore, and just does a really nice job as a leader. We don't have captains here, but he's kind of the captain without being a captain, I would say. Done a really nice job. Griffin and Sorensen, Cody Sorensen at the guards, done a really nice job, and I think they're just going to continue to get better. And then Stavis at tackle and Kyle Griffin at the other tackle, really been solid for us. I think we've we're pretty big up front compared to what we were last year, and those guys, like I said, been physical and done a really nice job for us run and pass.
Quarterback Colton Wilwarding, I think he played a little as a freshman too, maybe too. Last year he started throughout the year, and then this year, of course. Talk about his play. I mean, the last one just showed his kind of range of talent there, throwing for 250 yards, rushing for 90.
Yeah, Colton, we know he's got a lot of talent. He can run the ball, he can throw it. He understands the game of football. He's been, like you said, he's thrown in the fire as a freshman, playing in varsity football games. So he really coming to grasp with the offense. We're trying to really be wide open because we feel like we've got a lot of weapons. We want to spread the ball out and kind of finding our niche and how that all works. We put a lot of pressure on Colton to distribute the ball, and he's done a really good job. And I think Friday night against Atlantic is just kind of a tip of the iceberg for what he's going to be able to do this year.
You mentioned the range or the guys, the number of guys that you have there that you can use. I was kind of looking at him, and I said, well, that guy, was on the shuttle hurdle relay team. That guy was in the 4x4. You got a lot of speed.
Yeah, we do. We feel like we've got good talent, but more importantly than that, we've got guys that really care about football. They understand the game, and they have that discipline. And when you make it a big deal, you're going to be good at it. I don't care how physically, genetically talented you are. And I feel like this is just a fun group to work with. Really proud of them. I'm really thankful for them buying into the program and just doing what we ask them to do. They're a really coachable group.
Started I assume you probably your goal and your expectation was to be 3-0 at this point, but you've done it in such dominating fashion. Does that lend itself to, and these guys mentioned it, something that, there's a 7-on-7 camp that they went to in the summer, I think Carter said, that really he feels had a big benefit to you?
Yeah, we did do a 7-on-7 league this summer, and that was just one of many things. The kids worked hard in the weight room, all do it throughout the school year and then throughout the summer, and the 7-on-7 stuff and the stuff we did just here all pays off. And I just think you got to take things one day at a time. I don't think we haven't earned the right to think that we can walk in, and I don't know if we've dominated anybody or that we can ever expect to dominate anybody. We know that we have to stay hungry and humble, and we could be beaten on any night if we don't bring our A game. So we got to control what we can control, our attitude and effort, and if you do that, good things happen.
I kind of jump around sometimes here, so I'm just going to keep doing that. The scheme that you used at AHST, you brought a lot of elements here. Is it how similar is it? Is it pretty much the same offense?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities. You're always trying to do things to kind of match your people, but I sneak on to HST's huddle every once in a while, and I see they're still calling a lot of the same terminology and same play. So yeah, I'd say a lot of the same stuff, but and those guys at HST are a lot smarter than me. They're doing a lot better job than me with it. But yeah, so overall the same stuff, but we're always trying to grow and pick up little things along the way to get it even better.
And I meant to ask, where did you develop that? I mean, where did that come from, the system? Just
all stolen from just trying to learn and get better and trying to use our people. And yeah, none of it's my original ideas, just grab bag from different people.
I guess now we got to look at this Winterset team here coming to town this week. I guess what are you seeing with them this year compared to last year? Is it kind of the same team, or what do they look like?
Really impressive team. I think their record is a little misleading because they played some really good competition. Even the score Friday night against Crescent, I think they were ahead in that game up until 3 seconds before the half. So if you watch the game, it definitely is not indicative of how they were. They're a very deep team. They play a lot of different people. They're aggressive on defense, but they keep the ball in front of them and run to it really well. Offensively, they're pretty balanced. They run and pass. So we've got our hands full. I think it's going to be the best team we've played so far, and we're going to have to control what we can control if we want to have a chance to be successful.
And I guess maybe a couple things you feel key-wise that your team's going to need to do in order to get the victory?
We just got to play hard. I think we got to do our job. It's not really about Winterset. It's about us. We're trying to win the game, and in the process of winning the game by controlling what we can control, we'll give ourselves a good chance to beat Winterset too.
Coach, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.